looks like signs of civilization. After crossing the endless plains. This is 3 kilometers, there's a gas station. This must be Trepassey I'm coming into. And this accommodation I have should be around here somewhere. And I just passed a cell tower, so I might be able to look them up on Google now. You're in luck. There is signage. I just passed a sign. It says that the inn is 8 kilometers. I'm just going to put this out there as a disclaimer for all and a warning to all that this kind of trip that I'm doing I would not recommend for a beginner motorcyclist or a novice, or if you're a father and wants to take his young daughter who's got less than a year under her belt on a bike. I would say no. I would say there's a lot of challenges on this trip. Anything from wind to crazy Quebec drivers to bad roads, unpredictable roads, and challenging environments up and down some of these hilly, steep curves, and driving on gravel, and the list goes on and on. And I just say, like, it just feels to me like you know, it's challenging my abilities as it is. I know I'm no off-roader, and I do not consider myself experienced, and I never will call myself experienced. But I've been at this probably about 7 years, doing trips like this. And this has been the most challenging one yet for getting out here and just to get here. And I certainly wouldn't put my daughter on a motorcycle when she's just starting out and take her out here like this. There's just no way. It's just way too dangerous. So just remember, don't attempt this until you really got some miles under your belt and you think you can handle it, because there are some challenging times. Foo man. Okay, so the Eagle has landed. And here we are. I don't know how to turn that light on. So here's our bathroom at the edge of the Avalon Inn. Very nice. Looks like a nice shower. I'm about to take advantage of that very shortly. They checked me in quite promptly. Here's the room. This time we got a king bed. So after going through all that wilderness, an expanse of nothing, I found this nice little oasis. Isn't that lovely? So looks like it's going to be a great sleep. Nice room, quiet. They've already penciled me in for 7 o'clock for supper, so it's going to give me an hour or so to kind of get settled in here and have my shower and everything, and then I can go and they've got a full dining room there, so I'm going to have a nice supper, as much as I can eat, and then settle down and make plans for tomorrow. We'll see what's on the agenda. In the harbor of Trepassey, or Trepassey, and I just want to give you a little history on what this place is like. If you look it up on Google Maps, you'll be able to find it. This harbor has been a little town, a little cove town with a fishing town, for a very long time. It was first settled in 1617 by the French, and the word Trepassey actually comes from the French word Trepasse, which is means dead men, because at that time, in the early 1600s, there were shipwrecks all over the place out here. There were all kinds of shipwrecks. So obviously, the weather's not always as pristine as you see today, and it's usually, you know, bad fog, rain, bad weather, and you know, you're just in a little wooden sailing ship. You barely made it across the Atlantic. So you could just imagine how dangerous it was, without GPS, without sonar, without anything to know where those reefs were. So yeah, all kinds of shipwrecks and sailors have died in here. But anyway, it made a really good harbor. Everybody else liked it too. The Dutch, the English, the French, everybody came here, and it's always been a good fisherman's cove and fisherman's harbor ever since. So this, even though it's a small community, it's been here for a very, very long time. We're ready to go this time, I think. Had my coffee and piece of toast, a little yogurt. That's about all I can eat first thing. I'll probably be hungry in 2 hours though. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. We got the whole east coast of Newfoundland to discover today. And like I was saying before, much shorter day. But I'm going to use that time to do a little more sightseeing. So we're off. There you go. One thing on this trip I've seen is people a lot more hardcore than I am. They're biking it. Whew. As hot as it is going to be today, when you're on the coast of the sea, you can always feel a cool breeze. And I can feel it as soon as I get moving. That bit of a cool breeze. Look at that surf down there. And look, they built like a big, like a break wall. Kind of hard to see from here, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, I don't know what kind of hills and valleys we're going to run into today. But we'll see. At least Mother Nature's threw a nice clear day at us. Now, one thing I've been doing quite frequently, and this time it finally paid off, is just as I get going, I look in the mirror and I reach behind me, carefully reach behind me, and just check to see if my top box was left unclasped. And this time it actually was. It was open. And I've lost stuff that way. I've lost some SD cards and stuff that way before. Stuff can fall out as you go over the bumps and whatnot. So I checked this time and yep, I forgot to lock her down. So it's a good thing. So I had to stop quickly on the road. Of course, there's no good place to stop. And that's when you got to do emergency stops. So you just pick a spot on the road where you know if a car's coming, he can see you a long way away, like down this hill at the flat spot at the bottom of the hill would be a good spot for a quick emergency spot rather than on the corner or at the crest of the hill or something like that. So like I would have pulled over like right here, and then whatever car's coming has plenty of time to see me on the road before they crash into me, and then you very quickly get out and take care of what you got to take care of and then get moving on again. Anyway, look at this scenery. It is a beautiful scenery. I already got a car coming up my ass because I'm going slow. Well, I only got like 150 click stops to go. Oh, well, my beeline thing says 165. And I'm in St. John's, and the accommodation's just on the west side of St. John's, so I have plenty of time today, which is nice. I don't have to rush and do 400 kilometers or whatever. So this is what I figured the East Coast is going to be like. Just you come down a hill and there'll be a river or a beach, and that's kind of a small little fishing town like this. Look at that beach. There really isn't a good way to get into the beach. Otherwise I might just stop there and check it out, but heck, I just got on the bike. Isn't that always the way? You just get on the bike and then you see something worth stopping. Ooh, I feel some cold air. It's supposed to be like 30 degrees today, and I'm experiencing cold air. It looks drone worthy, it's nice and calm, but well, I just got on the bike, so I'm sure there's lots more to see yet. Pretty cool little coastline tour. There's a car coming up behind me, but he's kind of taking his time too, he or she. I think they're sightseeing like we are. A lot of them bridges out here, and they all the exact same kind of bridge, and they all say 1929 on them, so I guess 1929 was a big year. at that. That looks cute. Painted every little rock in a different color. We're heading to Witless Bay. St. John's is only 131. Oh, I see some nice big seabirds sitting down there. Not sure what kind of seabirds. Can't tell from here. They look like herons of some sort. And there we are, overlooking the water. So this would be looking east across the North Atlantic. And this is where you'd go if you're going to cross the Atlantic and go to like England or Africa. Depending on what direction you really, what bearing you take from here. So this is ideally when the first European explorers came over. They would come from that way. And they probably sailed right into this harbor starting in the 1600s. Just a rickety wooden boat. Sails, nothing else. No electricity, no nothing. Just sails and seaman skills. And it would take some serious skills to get all the way across the Atlantic in a boat like that. I'm sure a lot of them didn't make it. And then I'm sure, well, according to the stories, a lot of them made it here and then they crashed and died when they hit the shore. Because it was probably like a pea soup fog or something and they couldn't tell where they were. There were no lighthouses. There's like dangerous shoals under the water. You just hit something, you're stuck out there, or a storm comes in. And yeah, it's pretty hard to survive. I'm gonna let this car pass. Otherwise I'm just... There. Okay, I gotta let him pass. Go ahead, man. Good. I don't need you on my ass.